Modern Family magazine is an only child, a lonely child. This month in Modern Family Child, psychologist Dr. Ethan Stephens answers a question from Andrew Gonzalez, who writes, "Dear Dr. Stephens, my husband and I are facing a dilemma, namely the issue of whether to have a second child. We already have one healthy, happy 5-year-old son. Both of us have demanding jobs and limited time and financial resources. But we also want to make sure that our only child does not become a lonely child. What are the pros and cons? Consolations, professionals, of having a second child? Dear Andrea, this is one of the most difficult issues that parents nowadays face. As you point out, the concern that is often heard with regard to only children is whether one child necessarily means a lonely child. Many parents feel a stigma associated with their decision to have only one child, fearing they are seen as thinking only about themselves, as opposite to about their child's well-being. There are another child in the family for the child to associate with, which may lead to the child feeling lonely, especially if both parents are working. Another common argument against having just one child is that an only child may be more spoiled than one with siblings. Many people believe that a single child will not have learned to negotiate with others or respect the give and take involved in many relationships. Some think this may leave the child less capable of interacting well with people his or her own age than one who has been raised with siblings. Your son is not alone in being an only child. There is an increasing trend for choosing to have only one child for the very same reasons you listed in South Korea, for example. The percentage of family with only one child is higher than ever. This follows a general trend in Asia, where in many countries, including Japan, China, Singapore, and Thailand, couples are having on average fewer than two children. Advocates of single-child family argue that there are advantages for the child as well as the parents. With just one child, they suggest there is less potential for family arguments arising from sibling jealous or parents favoring one child over the others. Moreover, with only one child, the parents can afford to give more quality time and attention. This often leads to increased self-esteem, which combined with increased independence can lead to the child being more competent. There are a number of ways that parents can help to ensure that their only child doesn't get lonely. Here are some suggestions for parenting an only child. Let them be social. Children need friends. Their age and playing in a group encourages skill like sharing, teamwork, and patience. Find ways for your child to socialize, such as play groups, sports, or summer camp. Welcome challenges. Only children learn to do many things for themselves, though they will need your help for some things. Encourage your child to challenge himself by solving problems independently. Alone time is okay too, as much as you want to help your child interact well with others. Don't worry too much about a child who is content to keep to himself. Time spent alone contributes to personality development and decision making skills. Unfortunately, Andrea, there is no simple answer to the question of whether or not to have a second child. The circumstances affecting each set of parents are unique. I always believe what is appropriate for one family may not be for another. The important thing in the end is to make a decision that both you and your husband feel confident